The time is 8 a.m. on this Monday morning, May 20th, 2017, Memorial Day. And it's time now for the Peter Chill Morning News on this Monday morning, May 20th, 2017. Good morning to you all this lovely Monday morning, May 20th, 2017, Memorial Day morning. Top story in the Peter Chill Morning News is London, where German Chancellor Angela Merkel on Sunday declared a new chapter in U.S. and European relations after contentious meetings with President Trump last week, saying that Europe really must take our fate in our own hands. The medium-range strategic ballistic missile Pakistan-2 shown in the North Korean test had urged the U.S. to fix defense flaws. While at the back of his home turf at 18-4 trip, President Trump is once again facing that controversy in the United States, close over as Kushner asked to lay low after Russia-related report sources said. When Wiggins and Tellison, Namakai, Menche, boarded the light rail train in Port Along on Friday night, they never could imagine they would make it home, as attacks like Portland will keep happening unless we all fight white supremacy. Christiana May Kelly has brought to death state after shooting kills 8 in Mississippi. Philippine Air Force helicopter launched a rocket in Mariah on Monday as government troops have cleared out about half of the city of militants. A great white shark lays on the deck of a fishing boat in Ethiopia. Represented Australia. French President Emmanuel Macron will shortly hold talks with the Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin to press tensions over the conflict in Syria and Ukraine. MI5 is on hold in Ukraine in a way it dealt with it awarded from the public that the Manchester suicide bomber Salman al-Abadi was a potential threat. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau describes the discussion with President Trump and the group of 7 summit as breaking robust, Canada's National Post reported on Saturday. The head of the Department of Homeland Security said Sunday they considered expanding the U.S. panel to the larger electronism from carrying back in all international fights. Investigator Navy bridge dies during a demonstration over New Jersey City. British Airways is working to restore communications after fire caused major disruption of thousands of passengers worldwide. Moscow, Russia, carried out the maiden flight of its new MS-21 medium-range passenger plane on Sunday. Its first post-Soviet foray in the production of mainline commercial airlines covered with hopes and removals of Western competitors. Oil slips as more U.S. drilled and outweighs OPEC-led cuts. Highest alert level issued after Alaskan volcano erupts. Once finished, the extremely large telescope will be the world's largest optical and infrared telescope. It will be enough to gather about a limit range that can help scientists find the world's most alien life. If you're one of the third of all Americans that suffer insomnia, roughly 1.8 million of us put away your sleeping pills. Ahmedabad, a day after the World Health Organization bulletin revealed that Ahmedabad reported India's first 3 Zika virus cases. The state government on Sunday, for the first time, officially admitted that the once possible Zika case. Shocked hospital staff filled with amazement after the midwife explained she was been trying to give the baby girl a bath, but the president appears to be above her ideas. Yes, you heard it. Girl spotted. Your thought deprivation only results in headaches and irritable mood later. Sleep deprivation was the most of the pressing concern of the current generation, which, unfortunately, for the lack of it, severe. Peter Chill News Time is 8:03 on this Monday morning, and it's time now for a sports report. Boston Red Sox got Blake by the Seattle Mariners 5-0 at Fenway Park. Today, the Sox will be in Chicago to take out the Chicago White Sox game time 2:10 p.m. Austin Hill puts the number 3 Chevrolet back in the victory lane to full of Marge Campbell. Russell Wilson, James Harden, and Gary Leonard to be Custis absent for the finals. Maybe MVP voting needs a change. Indianapolis, the motorsports critic keeps in that Andrea Autosport was stretched herself too thin by feeling an audacious 6-spot entries from the first one in the Indianapolis 500. The pull-up rate is the most efficient shot, but MVP candidates like Steph Curry and James Harden made the defining shot in modern NBA. Peter Chill News Time. 8:04 on this Monday morning, and it's time now for a traffic address report on this Memorial Day morning. Beep, beep. let's study off imitating where the subway system is looking good on the commuter rail and the ferries that are all looking good. Okay, looking at highways and byways of New England. First of all, Connecticut, Route 9 in eastbound side, also just about New Britain area stretch. 95 in the northbound side, also just about Madison, Connecticut, but Connecticut highways are looking good. Rhode Island highways are looking good. Massachusetts highways are looking good. And Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine highways are looking good. Interstate 87 to southbound side. Also have a good data with upstate New York. And Belt Parkway westbound side, also up to 678 out of JFK Airport in New York City. Peter Children's time. 8:05 on this Monday morning, and it's time now for a weather report. And we're looking at radar, and it shows a line of rain showers stretching from Nantucket all the way around Martha's Vineyard and stretch around 7 Cape Cod and south coast of Massachusetts, central and southern Rhode Island, stretching at 7 and south central Connecticut and eastern and central Long Island, and Neverland rain showers stretching around western portions of Massachusetts and northwestern Connecticut and eastern tier New York City and upstate of northwestern New Jersey and on the northeast of PA and headed towards the northeast. So, if it's here, then the Norton Memorial Day Parade will have to be moved in the Yale School Gymnasium just like last year. So, the Norton Police will make a decision via their Twitter page. Okay. 7-day forecast goes like this. Memorial Day. Rain patch by between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Under 56 degrees. East from about 9 to 11 miles an hour. Chance ratio is 80%. New precipitation between less than 10 minutes possible. Tonight, and chance rain before 7 p.m. Then a slight chance of showers between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Then patch drizzles up to 9 p.m. Patch by low cut. Mostly gusts about 48 degrees. And northeast about 6 to 8 miles an hour. Translation is net 30%. New precipitation less than 10 minutes possible. For Tuesday, patch by between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. Otherwise, Monday says about 70 degrees east, about 5 to 9 miles an hour, becoming 7 in the afternoon to tonight. Chance of showers before 2 a.m., then a chance of showers and thunderstorms between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., then a chance of likely possibly a thunderstorm after 3 a.m., patch fog after 10 to 8 p.m. Otherwise, mostly clouds skies about 54 degrees and south about 5 to 7 miles an hour, night after midnight, chance of is 8%. New rain amounts less than 10 minutes, how about possible thunderstorms for Wednesday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms patch by 4 noon, otherwise, mostly clouds about 74 degrees and south about 3 to 7 miles an hour, chance of 40%. Wednesday night, a slight chance of showers before 9 p.m. Mostly clouds go at 55 degrees and chance of 20%. Thursday, mostly clouds about 74, about 52 degrees. Friday, chance of showers afternoon, mostly sunny, mostly clouds about 73, about 58 degrees and chance of 35%. Saturday, most sunny, clouds about 74, about 53 degrees. And Sunday, chance of showers, partly sunny, about 68 degrees, chance of 30%. Currently in Taunton, it's overcast at 52, and Norton it's overcast at 53, and Mansfield it's overcast at 52, and that's going to be it for the Peter General Morning News on this May 20th, 2017. On Monday, I appear to have a good morning, good passage, hope you have a good day, and I'll see you at noontime with a noontime report, or an afternoon report. And hope you have a good day, and it's Memorial Day, so take time out from your usual activities, and thank all the men and women who put their lives on for the ultimate sacrifice, which is our country. I hope you all have a good morning.